Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This video is about the new way of relating in relationships. I don't know if you know my journey, but I ended up getting a divorce after really working hard in my relationship and learning that I didn't have to work to be loved. So then I was like, okay, how do I have a loving relationship? What do I do? If I don't do that, what do I do? So I've been on this learning journey that some might call the twin flame journey or an inner union journey. And for me, it's about uniting the masculine and feminine inside of myself. I've just been intuitively guided to that. And then finding all kinds of stuff about the twin flame, which kind of speaks to me. Anyway, it's kind of validating my experience. So I was listening to a video on the twin flame last night, and my boyfriend said to me, "What is alchemy? What are they talking about?" And I figured a lot of people probably have that same question. So I wanted to do this video on alchemy in the twin flame journey. So the idea that the feminine alchemizes something for the masculine reflects a spiritual truth about energetic polarity, healing, and inner union. Here's what it often means. The twin flame dynamic, the feminine alchemizes. Number one, she feels what he suppresses. The feminine energy, regardless of gender, is typically more attuned to the emotional, intuitive, and energetic realms. She often feels the pain, avoidance, or fragmentation that the masculine side has disowned or suppressed, both within herself and in the shared field between them. Number two, she transforms through love and presence. Alchemy happens when the feminine does not reject the pain, but instead acknowledges it, validates it, and offers care. That's my ABC model. Acknowledge, validate, offer care for emotion. By loving what is unloved, grief, abandonment, rage, she transmutes density into light. This is not rescuing, it's sovereign emotional alchemy. It's very different than rescuing. Number three, she heals her inner masculine first. The feminine does this work within herself. First, she meets her own abandonment, her own yearning, and her own fear, and it will come up in different ways. And in doing so, heals her inner masculine, the part of her that abandoned herself, the part of her that, okay, I messed that part up. The part of her that abandoned herself, that shut down, and that wouldn't protect or lead her. That's the masculine in her. This creates an energetic shift. Number four, this creates space for the masculine to awaken. When she becomes whole and stops chasing or blaming the outer masculine, he can feel that shift. Energetically, it invites but does not force the masculine to rise, to meet her, to begin his own healing and embodiment journey. Sometimes this is the same man, and sometimes it's a new one. So you could start your journey of awakening with one man and end up with a different one. And there's some controversy about that in the inner flame journey, I think. So I'm not sure, but in A Course in Miracles, they talk about there being no special relationships. So you shouldn't give more value to one relationship over another, although you can be focused on one as a learning experience. That is a little bit different. Number five, she leads spiritually, he grounds energetically. In many twin flame stories, the feminine awakens first, spiritually, emotionally, and intuitively. The masculine then grounds that awakening through action, structure, embodiment, and presence. Together, they create a divine balance of heaven and earth, soul and form. It's not about fixing him. The feminine doesn't save, rescue, or wait for the masculine. She chooses herself over and over and over again, anchors into her own truth, and lets the energy do what it needs to do. This is the alchemy, the transformation of pain into power, longing into love, and fear into faith. Okay, so what does that look like in real time? Deep feminine alchemy and embodied energetic union in real time can feel like the sacred mess and magic of being an embodied intuitive woman walking a spiritual path in relationship. That's just another description of it. Feeling love and anger at the same time. This is alchemy. The feminine is capable of holding many truths at once. Love and irritation, devotion and disappointment, desire and resistance. When you observe that without rejecting or projecting, something begins to shift. That's the sacred cauldron where emotion is allowed to move and transform. You're not broken or inconsistent, you're becoming whole. The emotions may not all be yours, but they're moving through you. Sometimes you're feeling his pain, his suppressed grief, or his unspoken fear, especially if it's not fully embodied in himself, if he's not fully embodied in it himself. As the more emotionally attuned partner, your body might pick up the slack. It's felt viscerally in the body and cannot be just understood in the mind. I was like, what is going on here? Like, it was really like, I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. Is this mine? Is this his? You are becoming the vessel that holds both the ache and the ecstasy of deep love. I was trying to label it. There's a label for something. It comes from Mary Magdalene, and I can't remember what it was. I was thinking it's probably that. That's another name for it, but I can't remember what it was. So the way that I experienced it, and I've experienced it in different ways at different times. The other day I was feeling love towards my partner and irritation at the same time, and it wasn't even anything like I could recognize that he hadn't done anything wrong. It was just that I had an expectation. I had wanted him to do something, and I had an expectation of it that I didn't even talk to him about. But I was aware of that, and I was aware that I was irritated with him for it. But I was also aware that I didn't want to ask him for it because I'm holding space for something else. So I was aware that I just stayed present with both emotions at once. I really love you, and I'm angry because this didn't get done. And I actually, it wasn't anything I asked him for. And so I recognized that I didn't really have a right to be angry at him or irritated with him. So I just held it. I just held both because I didn't feel like I needed to do anything with them. And I think that was pretty much right on. The other way that I've experienced it as sometimes I'm lying in bed with him at night and I just feel this aching in my chakras, in my heart and my third chakra. I feel it mostly. And at times it's not an aching, it's a grief. And actually the other day I kissed him and I felt grief. At the same time as I felt joy and happiness kissing him, I felt this real strong sense of grief. So those are some ways that you can experience it. So how can you work with it? Because it's a totally different way of being. You don't want to rescue or fix. So you just notice it and be with it. Just like I was saying, I just noticed it and just acknowledged it. And then you can allow it to move. And you can move it through sound, music. You can let sound move through your throat when emotion arises there. Sighs. I've been sighing a lot. Hums, moans. Yesterday I moaned a little bit and I was like, oh my God, that was kind of weird. But what was that? But I realized I was releasing some sort of emotion there that I was picking up on from somebody. It wasn't just him. Let your hips or your chest subtly move. Let your body move. You can move it through your body. Yoga is a great way, dance. This is feminine wisdom. Emotion needs expression, not suppression. Place your hands on your chakras You can place your hand on your heart and say, I am safe to feel love and pain together. You can place your hand on your solar plexus and say, I claim my power even in vulnerability. And then on your sacral chakra, you can say, I trust what my womb is releasing. And then thank your body for doing this sacred work. Trust that you are not lost, you're deeply attuned, and your body knows what to do. You just have to follow her. I hope that helps. I'm going to be doing more videos about this, which I'm actually pretty excited about. I kind of recognized that, like, I woke up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. and this like was coming through me. And I realized, wow, I think that people are going to need help with this as to what actually happens in this. And I know there are a lot of people out there helping, but I think we all help in different ways. And I know that I was called to do this because, like I said, I studied relationships my whole entire life and found myself after 25 years of marriage getting a divorce. And also I'm a marriage and family therapist, so I had been able to help other people have good relationships, but I couldn't do it for myself. And I recognized that a lot of what I was teaching people was working, and a lot of it was about embodiment and caring for emotions. But in ending the relationship that I was in, I was like, okay, that didn't work. Trying to fix somebody didn't work. Trying to do their work didn't work. What is going to work? And intuitively and spiritually, I was guided to just love and choose me. Love and choose me. And then I started to find all these videos out there about the twin flame that were saying the same things. So I think I'm being called and guided to share my journey with you so that you have an idea of what to expect on your own journey as your relationships get upgraded. And you either leave relationships behind or you transform your relationship into this new way of being. Okay, so if you like this video, like and subscribe to my channel and look for more videos. And I will be doing, I will be doing couples coaching and coaching for women on these same topics. Coaching for women on how to, I had it last night when I woke up at 3 a.m. Let's see if I can remember today. Really, it's aligned with your spirit and recognize your wholeness. Come into your wholeness, leading women into wholeness and leading relationships into a higher love. That's what my coaching is going to be. So look for my website soon. It will probably be out the end of August, beginning of September if you need some extra support on your journey. If not, just like and subscribe to my videos and keep watching. And ask me questions. I'm really happy to answer and speak to you about this. You know, if you're going to go through pain, you might as well help others through it. Okay, love you.